starting. And welcome to episode 27 of Ripping the Rack podcast. This is Brian. No, I'm Tim.
I'm Brian.
That's Brian. We're
We're
going
a little
to give
different this week, folks.
a little different. Unfortunately, due to COVID-related stuff.
Safety precautions.
Neither one of us has COVID that we know of. But we are practicing a little social distancing, and we are doing this over Skype. So
for the first time this week.
Yes. So if the quality's not quite up to par, well, sorry. Or in Canada, sorry. Yeah, and that's hence the reason no music as well, because frankly I'm not smart enough to figure it out at the moment, and too lazy to really look into it.
We'll have to ask John Starner how he does it, because he runs our Sunday night podcast.
Yes,
and this is how we do it. So
yeah,
or something similar.
Something similar.
And the reason we're doing this is because, not that I don't trust every one of our lovely listeners that Tim may have run into when he was bowling in the Candlepins for Cancer tournament this week down in New Hampshire. My wife just felt that it was safer to have me in my basement talking to Tim over the computer with our 2-year-old present. Not that I don't trust that Tim would take all the precautions, but happy wife, happy life. Hence Skype.
So basically,
what a time to be alive.
Hey, happy election.
Happy election.
So obviously this is our first time since election Tuesday. So
election. Did that election feel like the longest year ever, or was it my imagination? That was a hell of a long election day.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, that was a long election day.
That's longer than it takes the Can-Am committee to make the bracket. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Did I say that out loud?
This is a bowling podcast. I honestly do not understand how it takes them almost an hour to make a bracket.
Well, because they've never had brackets before in the Can-Am.
Yeah, new thing.
That's called sarcasm, folks. But I have to be good because I don't bowl in the Can-Am because I'm not good enough to have a spot. So
well, none of us do right now because we are dirty American.
Dirty American. Let's see what's bowling wise.
Hey, they just had congratulations to Lucky Maria's.
Or Maria's Lucky, whatever they go by. Also known as the Yankees and Dodgers.
Yeah, and hey, big shout out to Andrew Medeiros and everybody at the Bowl-O-Rama. I was not there, but from everything I saw, it seemed like everything went really smoothly.
So I actually sat down and took a few minutes with Andrew, and
gotta have him on the show sometime.
Yeah. I meant to bring the equipment and left it at the house. So they did a fantastic job at the Bowl-O-Rama Family Fun Center and Shenanigans at Bowl-O-Rama, located at 599 Lafayette Road in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Phone number is 603-436-0504. They can be found online at www.bowlorama. That's BOWLORAMA.com. You can also find them on Facebook at New Hampshire Bowl-O-Rama on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Quick question. I've never been there. Yep. Is that off the traffic circle, right as you get into New Hampshire?
So you get on, take the traffic circle, go one exit, second exit off the traffic circle, and then it's a couple miles down. It's in a strip mall type place. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy bowling there. It's a tough house. I don't say that.
I saw lots of splits, but that's kind of almost par for the course for synthetic lanes now. They either explode or they split a little bit more than your wooden or your steel plates. They're even still steel anymore.
It was it was tough. It was sticky. Not crazy. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did hit one spot.
Question.
Yes.
And not everyone knows this. Did you wear the new 9s, Timmy?
I did not.
Timmy got brand new shoes, everyone.
Yeah, I got brand new shoes.
His magic shoes, they'll take him anywhere.
Anywhere. I did not wear the new sneakers, the new kicks. What I did though, when I hit the one really particularly sticky lane, is I made an adjustment on the heel. I put the really slick heel on, and I slid down to about the lob line, and proceeded to go back, and it sucked because I was on a mark when it happened. So I took my foul, took the heel off, put the old heel on, said, "Guess I'll deal with sticking."
Well, you could have been like me. I don't know. Was that the Wednesday you subbed when my heel on my 8 literally
blew off,
and we couldn't stick it back on?
Yeah.
So those of you that don't know the shoe setup I have, I use an S2 and the big circular graded heel disc brake that Dexter used to make. Yeah, and I still slide a little bit, believe it or not. And the other night I moved my foot and my heel came off and we couldn't put it back on because the Velcro was so worn. So I'm adjusting to a new heel.
Yes. Yeah. I thought you put on the new shoe on that one.
No, I put on the new orange, the horseshoe heel. That's again basically a piece of concrete that causes you to stop quickly.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out, obviously, to the Bolarama staff. Bart and Mary Lynn Medeiros, Andrew Medeiros, Dave, who does pin setter maintenance and front desk, and I will give Dave a huge shout out. I showed up Wednesday afternoon. I was not able to make it for the singles on Monday or bowl on Tuesday, and from the time I got there until I left right before the finals, there was only one breakdown that I can think of that took more than a couple of minutes. Like it took maybe 5 minutes to fix. That place ran smooth. They did such a great job. Dave did a fantastic job with those pin setters for that tournament. So Kiera, the bartender, did a fantastic job. Brandon and Jake, they were the cooks. Very good food there.
I heard the manager wasn't working this week for some reason.
I don't know. I don't know who the bar manager is.
Not the bar manager. I meant the alley manager. I heard he was doing something stupid like bowling or something. Isn't McGinty the manager?
I don't know. He works there. I don't know if he's the manager there. I'm not really sure. So Brandon and Jake, who are the cooks. Sean is the bar and support staff, and then Luke and B, they did the dishes and bust and did all sorts of things. I can't say enough good things about how they ran the tournament.
Could they accommodate a normal Worlds?
No, 22 lanes.
Well, it looks like 2 teams got to go. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. But again, they did have one unfortunate incident during the semifinals. And I say unfortunate because it really put a little bit of a damper on everything. And I don't know what happened.
I have not heard about this.
So when they set it up, everything's, of course, it's all computerized. They set it up, and it was a keystroke error. They set it up for a 2-string match instead of a 3-string match. So, of course, we hit the 2-string, and everything shuts down. And
no one had a count.
Oh, no, we knew what the count was.
Okay.
And in a perfect world, we would have just said, okay, let's go paper and pen the rest of the way. But it was about a 25-minute wait for them to fix everything, get everything back up and running.
You get stiff, you get cold, you haven't thrown a ball.
Yeah,
did you guys have to re-warm up?
No, it was right.
Something in that should have been a captain's decision. Your 2 captains should got together and said, "Hey, every guy go up, throw 3 balls, get loose." I mean, it should have been if more than 15 minutes, you should get to throw at least 3.
And I know,
honestly.
And I know Andrew felt terrible about it. And he did. He felt terrible because it was a mistake on their end. He owned up to it. He understood. And in our match, we came out flat after the break. Unfortunately, we had just thrown a big series at Maria's. I think we were 640 or 650, which for there was a big series. We had gained everything, and we had taken an 11-pin lead going into the third string. And we came out flat. Maria's came out stronger than us. Give credit to them. They didn't let it affect them like it affected us. So, still a great match. I think
you got a lot of young guys on that team, Tim. It is hard to keep young guys focused.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can't you're not going to shake Holbrook or Bobby Witt or those guys with a 25-minute breakdown.
Oh God, no. No.
Young guys honestly get distracted. I'm not saying that's what happened at all. I know all the guys on your team are professional enough. They weren't distracted, but you're younger.
It was tough. It was tough. So hey, congratulations to Maria's. I mean, they bowled great when it mattered. Congratulations to Jackson Strong. They had a fantastic match against Massholes. Brian Purdy made a fantastic shot in the 10th to give them the win. So
he tends to do that.
Yeah, Purdy. I love Purdy. He's a great guy. I would say he's an underrated bowler.
He's a good clutch bowler.
Very good clutch bowler. Always has been a good clutch bowler.
And makes a lot of singles. Honestly, he does make a lot of singles.
Yeah. So what I got here is what's this?
If I look distracted, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the screen right now, and it's 4th and 1 for Pittsburgh, and they're beating Pittsburgh right now.
You want me to tell you they don't make it?
Oh, I didn't know they were kicking, but thank you. Nice. It's still 3-0.
I'm assuming because it's commercial on my end.
Oh, it's timeout. They call the timeout.
Oh, okay.
It's what I have. So.
Yep. So I've got what do I got here? After in the regular portion, high single for the week was Dave Godwin. He had a 170.
Yep, that's Dave.
And a nice gutter ball.
Really?
Yeah, it's on tape. Yeah. Got away from him. Happens.
Hey, remember when Peter Flynn threw a gutter ball in the playoffs against us in the
World? And I had to take a step back because
you were just like,
whoa. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell just happened?
Oh, a spare.
Yeah, it was weird. It was. No, it was low scores. When 170 is your high game, there was only one 170 thrown. There was only one in the 160s, and that was Holbrook had a 163. And then you had 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 15 strings in the 150s, and the rest were all 140s and below. But it was the same for everyone. So
yeah, but if you've noticed, the last 5 to 8 years, the averages have trended down in the Worlds.
It really placed a premium on pinning.
And I wonder if I've noticed the averages have gone down since we stopped bowling in Halifax and Bangor.
Well, I'll say it, and I maybe
were those houses that fast, or were they that good of houses?
No, they were good houses. They did the plates every day.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're not doing the plates every day.
Or if at all.
If at all. And I'm sorry, but it becomes very frustrating.
I am not of the mindset. I know a lot of old guys in the can open bowling community who are like my dad's age, and they're like, you guys sissies, don't do the plates. We never did the plates. We never put junk down there.
Yeah, they did.
Well, number one, exactly. They're full of shit. And number two, I don't care. We need to get youth into this. Youth guys don't want to throw 85 strings. They want to throw 100 and 110 strings.
Right.
Juice everything up. Juice it up. Spray the pins. Spray the walls. Spray the pins. Spray the decks. Move the curtain up so it's touching the 7-pin. I don't care.
Okay, that might be a little drastic, but I
go too far. But you get my drift.
I get what you're saying. I smell what you're cooking.
Thank you.
And in Bolorama's defense, they did the plates. I know they did.
And I'm not saying they did.
But whatever it is they did, I don't know if it's the type that lasts all day. You know what I mean?
Does anything anymore except lane conditioner.
Not that I could think. I think lane conditioner is the only thing I can think of. And people don't like to use it because, oh my God, my hands get dirty.
It's called a towel.
It's called a fucking towel. Use it.
Bring two.
There
was a reason the hotels used to leave bags of dirty towels in all the bowlers' rooms. They got sick of us stealing the white towels to bring to the lanes with us, and they'd come back black. I remember my second year when we got to the Holiday Inn in Bangor, I'm like, why is there a bag of like dirty towels in the room? And I asked Charlie the next day at the knock-on, I'm like, why did you leave your dirty laundry in my room thinking it was funny? And he goes, no, that's what the hotel did, so we'd stop stealing their towels to clean our bowling balls with.
It's true. I mean,
they had no room to talk. Charlie put enough tickets in there for them every year that they made their money back.
Oh yeah. High series was Corey Packard with a 420.
Happy 420, everyone.
Happy 420. Brian Mayer, Sean Baker each had a 410. Sean McKinley with a 409. Rich Lamone with a 406.
Man, a lot of those guys were on the same team.
Jimbo with a 402 and Dave Godwin with a 400. So that was your list of 400s for the week. What was that?
Wow.
Of seven 400s for the week.
I can remember the first match of my first Worlds. There were 7 400s.
Yeah.
You want to know the very first team I bowled in my very first Worlds in 2005? McLaughlin Truck and Trailer.
Nice.
That was my introduction to something I had never really seen before.
That's a good intro right there.
They threw 720 against us the first string.
Jesus.
We lost by 116.
I will give a shout out real quick. Maddie Kelly, bowled fantastic all week. She bowled 28 of the, 33?
33, yeah.
28 of the 33 strings.
And that doesn't count when she came in.
No, and Lori bowled as well. She, they more than held their own. They did a great job. So that was nice to see them compete.
It's very nice. I saw the discussions on Facebook, and I apologize to everyone out there for this opinion if it offends anyone, but the Mixed Worlds is in June, and it's a great tournament, and everyone should watch that. The Men's Worlds should be in November.
Yes. Yeah, and I commented on there on the Candlepin chat.
Not that they couldn't hang, but there's a Men's World.
You have the Ladies Worlds or the Ladies Internationals.
There's two sections of that. There's the Ladies International, and there's the Women's Worlds at the Super Bowl in Lower Sackville in Halifax.
Yes, and the men is, it always used to be, it was always called the Men's Candlepin World Championship for a reason.
Yep. This
is our tournament. It's got nothing to do with whether or not women could compete or not. Because I'm saying it, I will say it till I'm blue in the face. There are women out there that can absolutely compete and do very well in this tournament. But it's a small handful of women that could compete at that level. And compete long term. And what I mean by that is, like, Maddie bowled 28 strings. Lori, I think, had, she had 10, but she knew going in.
She wasn't there a day, right?
Well, we had picked her up for Tuesday because we only had 5 guys for Tuesday, and then she ended up being there most of the week. There are other women obviously that can do it, and I hope that I'm not offending anyone. Well, you know what? I honestly don't care if I am.
I hope I'm not offending anyone because I don't mean any offense by it.
Dallas just scored.
I saw that. I was holding my happiness while we were talking bowling.
I'm not going to. I'll say it. I don't care if I offend anyone because I'm not meaning to offend anyone with this statement. Right. In the long term, the top women bowlers are not going to be able to compete with the top men bowlers. Say the top 10 women versus top 10 men. Would you agree with that assessment?
In a 3-string match, anything could happen.
Correct. But I'm talking overall for the tournament. What is Maddie Kelly, Jill Wood, Amanda Carroll, Tasha Murray, Jess Bain, Lori Loris, Mario,
Glennis, Joanne.
Glennis. I mean, what are they going to average in a let's say
honestly, I think if you took the top 10 female bowlers, and it would take 10, I'm sorry, it's just a muscle endurance thing. If you gave me a year to train, maybe this wouldn't be the case, but I really don't want to offend anybody here. I'm really not. I think they might get in the playoffs. I think they sniff the 5 seed. I really do.
I'm going to politely
disagree with me.
I don't know if I'm going to totally disagree with you. I'm not going to say
I think they're in the playoff hunt, definitely.
Yes, I think they're in the playoff hunt.
It would be stupid to take that much talent, that many people that can average 120 because we know Tasha, Amanda, and Jill are going to average over 120 pretty much in almost, and Maddie, any building they step in.
They're going to, I think, hold on, and I'll tell you.
And I think if you average 600 in the Worlds right now, not back in the day, but if you average 600 in the Worlds right now, you can make the playoffs, depending on the draw.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to see this week. So we only had 5 guys average 120 or better this week. Jimbo was high average at 122. Corey Packard at 121. Dan Legge at 120. Sean McKinley at 120. Matt Susi at 120.
Okay, big shoots. Hold on. To be fair, all Letterkenny fans. You had a number of top guys not bowling. You also had people who they've only thrown a bowling ball now for maybe 2 months after 5 or so months off.
Yep.
There's a lot of things going, like those are good averages for people that have been bowling a couple months that are very, very good.
Okay.
I think in a normal worlds, under normal circumstances at the Bowl-O-Rama, I do think you see a couple people hit 130.
Baker was 118. Godwin 117. Daly 117. McGinty 117. Wickham 116. Holbrook 116. I was 116.
Jeff Surratt and Nate LeBlanc averaged 130 in that building in a Worlds style tournament.
Bowl-O-Rama?
Yes.
No, not even close. Nope. If you're telling me right now that Sean Baker, who has been bowling,
I understand that,
averaged 118 for the week, and he is right now arguably, I would put him as the number 1 bowler right now for the men. And I would argue him being the number 1 bowler.
You get no arguments from me.
I'm telling you, no one would average. You put every single team in there in the Worlds, no one would average close to 130.
I would take that bet with you, and I'd take the over.
Okay, you owe me $100. That's what we're betting.
All right, the next time the men's Worlds, on a normal year are in the Bowl-O-Rama, we'll keep that bet. It's recorded for posterity.
You can Venmo
and for
me
your
now.
prostate as well.
You can Venmo. Anyway, what I was saying was Maddie, who in my eyes is arguably, you could argue her being the best women bowler out there right now. You could argue her, Jill, Amanda and Tasha. And are probably right now the top 4.
Yes.
If I had to pick a top 4. There are others, of course.
You're telling me you don't take those 4 and you put in a 5th woman of great caliber with them, a Mario or Joanne Rosano or Jess Bain or somebody, and they, with a decent bench, they don't sniff that playoff spot?
Apparently you didn't listen very clearly when I said...
Well, my wife says I don't listen, so...
Well, I know that. I've known you a long time. What I'm saying is that I don't believe they make the playoffs. Do they sniff it? Sure. Do they have a shot at the 5th spot? Sure. What I'm looking at is stats right here. Maddie Kelly bowled most of the strings this week. She bowled fantastic. She averaged 114 in a very, very tough house. She bowled fantastic. I do not believe. God, there's going to be people that hate me for that comment. But I have to say it.
I think they make playoffs. I do.
I think it would be. I think that they would struggle to make the playoffs. I'm not saying they couldn't. Please understand that right now. And I'm not saying
and
they
ladies
would.
And gentlemen, please direct your hateful tweets to Tim DJM.
I love as
I know. I'm giving you shit.
I know, and this is more for the women that listen to this.
All 3 of them.
I think we might be maybe 4.
Thank you, Angela. The Habs still suck, but thank you.
Habs are terrible. Oh my God, what a dumpster fire. I would sit here and tell you, if you took an average Worlds, not a blood division, not where it's whatever. If you took your top 10, whatever, and it was 5 and 5, and you put them in one of those divisions, I would struggle to see them make the playoffs. I'm not saying they couldn't.
I think they would make the playoffs. I do.
Okay. It's just me. That's my opinion.
By the way, the terrible Dallas Cowboys just forced the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers to punt again.
Yes, and they almost ran it back. Are you watching it now?
No, I'm looking at the game cast, but yeah, they took it to the 30.
Oh, but you had a nice block in the back, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, hey, that's happens.
Going to bring it back. That was.
Hey, you know what we didn't do this week? We were supposed to.
What?
Our all-time Canadian men's Worlds draft.
Okay, we'll do that next week because we're not.
Sorry, Hoagie. Hoagie yelled at me tonight on. Well, you won't hear this till Tuesday, but hopefully you'll remind me on Twitch when we're on the other podcast tonight.
So anyway, I just yes, it's a great conversation. It's a good topic. If I took the top 10 women and the top 10 men,
but see, no, see, I'm saying, or
you're just saying top 10 women.
Top 10 women,
and put them in that.
Thrown them in the tournament.
No,
they could make the playoffs.
No.
Okay, we disagree, and it's fine.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because I said so.
Okay.
I've folded.
Hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Tim, you know what? Is that really what you think, honestly, or are you just joking to everybody?
What?
It doesn't matter what you think. There. I just went rock on you, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, you did? Who's the rock?
Okay, whatever.
This is bowling, not wrestling.
Yeah, well, shut up.
Yeah.
I'll go John Cena mode. You can't see me.
You can't see me. You can't see me, as The Rock would say.
Yeah.
You and your fruit.
See you with your bright ass shirt.
With your bright ass fruity pebble shirt, fruity pebble looking shirt. You can't see me. You can't see me.
By The Rock's done, by the way.
Oh my God, that was Someday we'll talk a little bit of promo, because I would love to do that with bowling.
Friday.
Oh my God, could you imagine if we get to do promos for bowling?
If we had, I always wanted walk-up music in the Worlds. Like in the playoffs, in the finals, when every 2 boxes you step up, because everyone goes up, they do a practice slide, they wipe their. You have time to do walk-up music. I'm just saying.
Or how about this? When you're introducing, like when you're in the semifinals and everybody, let's say you start introducing the teams. They come from the back. Nope, not even team music. It's individual music. What are you coming out?
You can only do it for the finals, and they did it at the first Pro Series playoffs.
What are you coming out?
It's on YouTube somewhere.
What are you coming out to?
I've always said that if I was an MMA fighter or something like that, or a pro wrestler, there's a couple songs I would do. I think if I was doing boxing or MMA, it would be Sympathy for the Devil I just think that's a really cool song for like a boxer or an MMA guy to come out to, because typically it's not as loud, and the crowd, you're more into the crowd because you're walking through it to get to the cage. But if it was wrestling, I mean, Wherever I May Roam by Metallica is pretty cool because it's kind of got the deserty intro, dun 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 dun, dun, and then boom, it just blows up. Yeah, it'd be really cool. I think I might do that.
You know what I'm coming out to?
Short People by Randy Newman.
Well, folks, I'd like to introduce a new segment. It's called Brian No Longer is a Part of This Podcast. Welcome to the Tim Show.
They had that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they did.
Sorry, I had to do it.
I know. You know what song I'm choosing, though. You're the one that chose it.
Zombie.
You're the one that chose it for me.
Oh, you're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. That was Tim's ringtone on my phone for a very long time.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
Back when we were both two phones McGee because we had our own phones and we both worked for Village Soup and we had another phone.
The Village Soup.
Yep. Tim and I were newspaper ad salesmen. We were madmen, folks.
Yes, we were madmen. Pro Series playoffs, which were supposed to have been last April or May, whatever it was, is this coming Saturday at Leda Lanes at 10 a.m. Your matchups, I don't know who the hell the matchups are. I had it.
Tim. You had one job.
I had one job, and for some reason they disappeared on me. Well, crap. Yours truly is bowling. I can tell you that.
Hey, Dallas scored again. 13-0.
Oh, okay. Good for Dallas.
Hey, you should be happy. We're beating the undefeated Steelers for you terrible dog-ass Patriots.
Oh, I don't care if this. I'm.
Are you on the tank for Trevor? Bandwagon?
Well, considering the Patriots have ruled out like 38 out of their 60 players or whatever for tomorrow night's game.
For COVID?
Nope, for injuries and whatnot.
You think Belichick is just like, I have no players, I can't play?
God, I want them to lose to the Jets twice. I want that. Oh my God, tanking Trevor.
You want the Trevor pick?
Fuck yeah.
Newsflash for you, and you heard it here first. Kid's not that good.
Oh, I know, but it'd be fun.
Kid's not that good.
Yeah, but he's not bad.
You see the offensive line in front of him? Kid's not that good.
Okay, well, you may think that. I disagree. Let's see.
You know what everyone's saying, and I can say this because it happened last night. I don't care. They're saying Trevor Lawrence helps Notre Dame, beats Notre Dame. I don't think he does. I don't even think it goes to overtime if he plays.
So this is the matchups that we have for the Pro Series playoffs. Number 9, Craig Holbrook against number 24, Dan Gothia.
Craig Holbrook.
Okay. Number 16, Richie Myrick versus number 17, Tim the Destroyer Matero. Choose carefully, Brian. Richie Myrick.
I respectfully abstain.
Are you seriously shitting me that you're going to take Myrick?
I respectfully abstain.
I love Myrick. Myrick is a great dude.
Myrick is your kryptonite.
I just put that on there to screw with people.
I know.
You better choose me.
I'll wait for my pick.
Okay. Reno Jr. versus Det Klein.
Reno Jr.
Josh Daly at number 12 versus Eddie Woodside at number 21.
Eddie Woodside.
Ooh. Interesting. Corey Packard, number 10.
I took him in Cheech's thing, dude.
Okay.
Eddie Woodside he's good. He's steady. He'll just do what he does.
And it's a 2-string match.
Right.
Corey Packard, number 10 versus number 23, Dean Sullivan.
Corey Packard.
Number 15, Mike Legendre versus number 18, Joey Lister.
Mike Legendre.
Number 11, Dan Legge. Number 22, Brandon Marks.
Dan.
And the last first round match is number 14, Jeremy Seaholm versus number 19, Chris Bovair.
Oh, that's tough. Who's the higher seed there?
Jeremy.
Where is it?
Lita.
Oh, Bovair. That's his home house. Oh, yeah.
And
sorry. Nothing against Jeremy. No, nothing against Jeremy at all, but
and the seeds you got to understand. Like
seeds
don't
matter.
The seeds, number one, the seeds, I'd say they don't matter. Like, I only bowled like 3 or 4 events. I didn't bowl all the events.
Right, I get that, but throwing seeds out of the corner, nothing against Jeremy, but Chris Bovair is like Superman in that house. Like
second round, the number 8 seed, Freshie, will bowl the winner of the Holbrook-Gauthier match.
So I took Holbrook, Freshie, Holbrook. Holbrook. I love you, Freshie, but he's a Hall of Famer.
You've got the Myrick Matero match will bowl the number 1 seed, Sean Baker.
Okay, so whoever wins out of you two is losing to Sean Baker. Sorry.
Dude, I can't wait to see you Thursday. I'm going to stab you in the pen, in the eye, with a spork.
You're going to stab me in the pen.
I meant stab. Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or behind yourself.
Well, yes. Go fuck myself, Tim Matero. Steve Reno Jr. Deck Klein will bowl. The winner of that will bowl the number 4 seed, Jay Simino. You took
that's
Reno.
Tough. I did, and I'm thinking Reno Simino, and that's tough. Take Reno.
Okay. The Daily Woodside winner will bowl the number 5 seed, Dave Barber.
I will take Dave Barber because I picked Eddie Woodside.
The Packard Sullivan match, the winner of that will take on Nick Norcross.
It would be Corey Packard, Nick Norcross. I'll take Corey Packard.
I won't tell you that he's got an injured finger.
Oh, well, okay.
Nope,
I don't know all the information.
Too
Tim.
late. You're taking Corey Packard over Nick Norcross.
I didn't know he was hurt.
Too late.
See how I get handicapped here, everyone? Do you see this?
The Legendre Lister winner will bowl the number 2 seed, Jeff Surratt.
I'll take Jeff Surratt.
Jeff Surratt hasn't picked up a bowling ball in 8 months.
I'll take Jeff Surratt. I'm sorry.
The Legge Marks winner will take on John Winchell.
John Winchell.
And the Bovair Seaholm match, the winner of that will take on Godwin.
I'll take Bovair.
Okay. And then you'll have the 1 seed versus the 8 seed matchup, which is Baker and Freshie. So the winner of those ones. So you're saying Holbrook and Baker.
I'll take Baker.
I'll take Matero. I'm betting on myself.
Hey, you got to.
I'm going over the top, betting on myself.
All right.
Or I'm going average Joe's. I'm going to put it all on Baker. Let's see. Simino Barber. So who'd you have? You had Reno and
Reno
and Woodside, didn't you? Did you have Woodside beat Barber?
No, I had Barber beating Woodside, so it's Reno and Barber. I'll take Barber.
Okay. You had Packard against Surratt.
I'll take Surratt.
You had Winchell against. Did you have Bovair beating Godwin?
Yes.
Okay, so you got Winchell against Bovair.
Bovair.
Okay. So now we are in. Are we in now the round of 4? Final 4?
Yes.
8?
The final 4.
Okay, so we've got. Oh, did you take Baker over Holbrook?
Yes.
Okay, so you got Baker versus Reno Jr.
No, I didn't take Reno Jr.
Oh, you took Barber?
Yes, so Baker
Okay,
versus Barber.
Baker versus Barber.
Baker.
Okay, so you got Baker in the finals.
Yep.
And on this side, you had Bovair beating Winchell, right?
It's Bovair Surratt, I think.
Bovair Surratt.
Bovair.
All right, so for the final, you got Bovair versus Baker.
Bovair.
So you're choosing Chris Bovair to win it all.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll see how your prognosticating abilities go.
Do me proud, Chris.
Yep. Thanks for cheering me on, Dick.
I didn't pick you. I did not pick you.
No, you did.
No, I did not pick you in the first
picked,
round. I didn't
because you're picking Myrick to beat me in the first round.
No, I didn't. I didn't pick either of you. I just know that you're probably both going to lose to Baker. I'm sorry.
Dude, I am so going to kick you in your one good
When
nut.
was the last time you bowled in Lita?
The last.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
it was where we drove home in the tsunami.
Yeah.
And Evan drove you to the conference in the Corvette or something in the tsunami.
And it was such a nice place where we stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I disagree. I've got myself winning it all. I'm betting on.
Hey, if
I'm
you
betting
do, congratulations. Podcast money.
I'm not really, but
podcast money.
The realistic side of Tim would not choose Tim to win this, which I'm lying because I choose myself to win everything because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
I had this discussion with Kelly the other day.
I've always bet on myself.
And we were talking about entry fees and whatnot.
Because
we were doing our budget. And yes, I'm a responsible adult that does a budget, believe it or not. So we were talking, and she goes, well, every bowling tournament you bowl in, we can just count that, money as money lost. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you just count everything you put into the tournament as a loss, right? And I'm like, no, I do go in thinking I'm going to make some money. So, I have the absolute no faith of my wife going for me. So, if she's like, every tournament I get in, we just write off as a loss.
That's awesome.
And that's going to be bad for you, Tim, because I bowl with you a lot in tournaments. So.
Yeah, but the ones I bowl with you in are it's not a lot of, unless it's a 560. It's really more handicap based.
We haven't bowled together. Oh, we bowled together once in the 560.
Yeah.
Under my glorious captainship, and I brought 5 guys.
Yeah, you were smart.
Your finger fell off Saturday.
Yeah. So we're kind of coming up against the end of the thing, so we'll just briefly mention.
Are we really? Wow, that went quick this week.
Yeah. I'm going to briefly mention the Maine State tournament is this coming weekend as well.
Oakland Park, baby!
Oakland Park. The Maine State 335 is this weekend. Brian and I are bowling together.
We are with Aaron Merrill.
We are right at the 335 number, which is great.
We gonna win.
Well, hopefully. So I should be well rested on Sunday morning because I'll bowl all 10 strings
great.
on.
I threw a gutter ball this week in league, so I feel great.
That's awesome. So proud of you. So, hey, did we take all 8?
Thursday night?
Yeah.
We did off Dad.
Nice.
We went 6-22 the first string scratch.
Wow. Who'd you get?
Gary, Zach Pease. Gary went 123. I went 130. Pease went 132, and then Eric and Jason just went off. We won the first string by a lot.
Nice. Nice. That's good.
You, as we said, what do we need Tim for? We just bowled the new high single.
Yeah, we don't need me. And
you get paid for it though.
And then next week, in 2 weeks, is the Augusta mixed doubles, the Thanksgiving doubles turkey tournament. I don't know how many teams they have. I want to say they had 20 or 22 the last I knew. They wanted to try to get to 32. Is what their goal was 32.
I might be able to bowl if anybody needs a partner that's listening.
November 21st and 22nd. I thought that was Kelly's.
We're going for a weekend away by ourselves in Portland the week of her birthday. So.
Oh, that's the following week. That's Thanksgiving week, right?
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving week.
Okay. So that's what we got coming up. I don't know about any other tournaments in our Canadian friends because they don't.
There is a mix coming up in December. I saw our lovely listener Angela post about it. It's in Nova Scotia. I'll get more details.
Angela Paquette have suck.
Yes, they have suck. They do. Yes, yep. The dumpster fire. The fan of the dumpster fires.
Yes.
Yep. Well, we can't because Calvin listens and he's a fan of the Leafs and they're kind of a dumpster fire too.
Yeah, but
although they did just sign Joe Thornton, so
but Calvin sucks.
Okay. Hear me out. Why do you sign Joe Thornton?
Because he's old and he's a good veteran presence.
But you paid him money to play.
But he's old and he's a good veteran presence.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, questions and stuff like that is always nice. Ripping the Rack Podcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at Ripping the Rack Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, iHeart,
Spotify, Radio, iTunes.
Yeah. And of course, Brian, now I know how my co-host feels about my bowling abilities, and he refused to choose me to win anything.
All right, I pick you. I'm sorry, Myrick. Nope. I was trying to stay abstained, but no, I picked him. But you're going to get beat by Baker. I'm sorry.
It's a 2-string match. You're telling me that I can't beat him in 2 strings? No, seriously, you're telling me I can't beat him in 2 strings.
I think if you bowl that 10 times, he wins 7.
Wow. So my abilities have fallen off that drastically, huh?
As you said right now, Baker is bowling a lot. He's bowled a lot of tournaments. Mm-hmm. You bowl 1 night a week.
And I've bowled a lot of tournaments over the last couple of months.
He's younger. His back isn't as bad as yours. His knee isn't as bad as yours.
He's only got me. I've only got him by a couple of years.
I hope you prove me wrong. Okay. I do.
I see how one of my best friends has turned on me.
Haven't turned on you.
Yep, you've turned on me.
I'm motivating you, Timothy.
The love is gone.
I'm motivating you, Timothy. You've lost that love feeling.
Anywho,
Goose. Come on now.
Yeah. Anywho, we be out of here.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening. Have a great week, and don't forget Friday mornings, guys. Brian and I are back on Friday mornings. Listen to us dish on. What are we going to dish on this week?
Probably some election stuff. Some good
definitely
stuff.
some
That'll
be
fun.
Some stuff. Or we'll dish on Dave Chappelle's SNL.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's SNL. We're definitely talking about.
God, that was awesome.
For sure.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it yet, please watch it. It's so good.
Very funny. Very funny. Anywho, we out of here, guys. Thanks for listening.
See you later, guys.